Hi, everybody. Hi. How are we doing? Thanks for coming. It's funny, I get nervous still, even though you're not actually here. I get nervous when you are too. I cut my hair. I gave myself a quarantine haircut. I didn't shave my head. I think I did a fairly reasonable job. The back is, the back, but it's all right. But, yeah. I had the idea to do this at like 4 o'clock today, and I've been trying to keep these pretty informal. Not that there's a formality, I guess, to any of this for anybody, but kind of more like whatever, when I feel like doing them, I do, and for however long, and whatever songs are in my head. And I actually don't look much at the comment section because my brain is my brain functions a certain way, and I kind of get super distracted by that. But I did see somebody recently said in there, I played a song for Make the Clocks Move the other night because it was in my head, and somebody said like, "Hey, play the whole record," and I saw it at the time and thought like, "Oh, that might be fun." And I have a lot of records, and I'm like all of you. I have a lot. There's a kid, and I spend about half of my life right now is spent with her, and the other half is spent figuring out the half that is not with her. And there's a lot of music. There's a lot of been like Bracco and I are making a record together, Chris Bracco, and that's sort of transitioned to like we're sending stuff back and forth to one another. And I've been singing some of those songs this week, sending them to him, trying to keep that moving. But I've been finding some comfort, normalcy, solace in this too. I'm going to look probably even less tonight, but I just saw someone request Magic Magnet, and I just wanted to say I'm going to play a record from 2003 called Make the Clocks Move tonight in total. So I'm not going to play any other songs, but I'm going to keep doing these. I saw something today that said live music might not be back until the fall of 2021. Who the hell knows? But I will continue to do stuff like this as long as you'll have me. And I get nervous, I think, because some of these songs I don't play very often. I'll talk more about them as we go, and I might have to stop at some point and start a new one, because this is a long record. But all right, ready? Here we go. This song, I read the autobiography of Malcolm X around this time, 2002, which I believe to be one of my favorite books, and is I believe to be something about kind of miraculous personal evolution through constant willingness to be accountable for your mistakes. And one of my favorite Americans, and one of the things I also know, he was religiously sober once, and he very much was not. Anyway, the song's not about that necessarily, but some of it came through. All right, ready? Here we go. Can you see okay? Okay. Drink. I've been drinking alone. So what does that make me? My hands, they always shake. No one's calling my phone. So what does that make me? And I know a kid with his guitar so drunk and anxious it got done to death to show me what stay, that's ball game. And I can't make room in my life anyone else like me. And I'm driving away all the people who help me before they can leave. And I still don't even know what I need to do to fix myself, you see. I'm trying now for the first time to really stay free. There's a clamp across my chest that tightens every time I lapse into another sorry story about some miserable collapse, a bronze box I keep encased in glass and dust off whenever I'm fishing for pity. But lately I've had to come to grips with scope and figure how my problems stack up in a world 2 steps from ruin. But I still don't believe in the rapture. Either way, I realize that my troubles are as small as they could be, which makes me feel bad for even feeling this sad in the first place. Most days, is there 10 wars going on and all the flags just a waving? Daniel's 20-year-old friends are now 30, willing and serving. They Marines and they showed me, and it makes me sad, it makes me really fucking sad. But at least they act. Me, I bite my tongue and tell my brother you wish them love. I pray that they come back to a God I make, and I used to drink that thought away. I got too drunk for that. So when you realize it's a pattern and not a phase, it's what you've become and it's what you'll stay, that's ball game. No. Yeah, when you realize it's a pattern and not a phase, it's what you've become and it's what you will stay, that's ball game. Yeah, when you realize it's a pattern, it's not a phase. This is what I'd become and it's what I could say, that's ball game. She said, I wanna get free. I said, free from what? She took a kid by the arm, said, don't piss away the things you love. You go auditioning replacements, from church pew to rock club to basement. And in the back of your mind, you hope there's a simpler life waiting. It's such a gift if it's waiting. It's just not gonna come looking for you anymore. So wake up, 'cause we're not done. We can fix ourselves up, kids. And we can learn how to love. Practice radical love. And let's start with ourselves for once. Let's Let's mean something for more than 6 months, 'cause there's work to be done. There's a fight to be won. It's begun, it's begun. Thank you. We doing okay? All right. This guitar is a little funky. I'll just play because I don't want to take up too much time. Publishing company after this song. I got a wolf's mouth and it suits me. I chew the sides out with my sharp teeth. I cut my tongue off. I make my guns bleed to scare the people. Oh, who sit and watch me when I'm singing in quarantine. And I saw white steam swallow your blue face. It made my hands hot. Oh, it made my lips bake. And the sweat just makes my shirt stick to that scratch across my ribs, that space where you fell from, and I've never sewn up since. I'm trailing off again. I'm trailing off again. I'm trailing off again. My face tick. It messes with my head. Space you tore open. Will I've had trouble sealing it. And I got a wolf's mouth. 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 Alright guys, I think sometimes the format of this, because there's no, you can just be talking endlessly, and it's self-indulgent, but I will just little things. And if you've seen, we did the record 2017 at the Bell House. Strandberg, Fatum, Bonds, Carrie, Russell, Bracco, Margaret, and I don't remember. Yeah. And I did it once prior solo, just sort of on a whim at the Space probably 10 years ago in Hamden. But if I talk too much, sorry, but that song I remember. So this record was made in the fall of 2000, maybe between like late 2002 into early 2003, and it came out late 2003, or maybe it was made spring 2003. I kind of remember it being warm. It was made at Chris Bracco lived at a place called 8020 Studios in Queens, Woodside, Queens. Most of this record was me, Chris Bracco, and Mike Skinner in a basement. Amy Bracco played on some, Carrie sang on some, Mike Robertson from Miracle of 86 played slide guitar on a few songs. A bunch of us clapped in a room in Ball Game, and I also think that but I also know like these were songs that ostensibly at that time were written for maybe would have been Miracle of 86 songs, but that was not how that all ended up shaking out. And so I made this record, and coming from the Every Famous Last Word and where Miracle was at that time, which was really exciting and but very visceral and kind of physical, and we had songs that were more, I don't know, meditative or I don't know what the right language would be, songwritery, leaning into the sugary side of things, but these songs were not really either. And so I was just really excited to be like making this music that felt a little different and was kind of folk rocky but spare. And I remember Wolfsmouth being something that I was really stoked about. The weird little line that Amy played in the music break, this little synthy thing. I just thought it was cool to have these different colors happening. But and if you're just getting here, sorry, yeah, I'm playing in order. So I played Ball Game and Wolfsmouth already. I even started at 9:10. I know what a crazy time it is to do anything close to on time, but sorry if you missed those. But I am going to save this in the live feed, the story feed, so it'll be here tomorrow. And whoever, I know Jordan, Nora, some other people, whoever's been like, if anyone's cataloging these and wants to put it up online forever, that's fine with me too. So, okay, here's the next one. Cadillac drives down my street, beat of sweat rolling slow down a palm line. I see a bumper sticker, I see a bearded man, I see a wanted sign, I see a myth we've made to scare our fears away. The slogan that we slap on all our misdirected hate, a muddy symbol meant to mitigate our pain. Just because we killed them doesn't mean we should have been there in the first or second place, or today, or anyway. I don't know where he's gonna park that thing. The one had nothing to do with the other, it still has nothing to do with the other, nothing at all. Drunk lines up at the deli with shaky hands and a swollen face. He waits for his coffee. He blacked out curbside every night and every day. Occupied Wall Street, but I don't see it like it's us and them. I just see everybody working for that same eternal weekend. We drone on and on and on and don't get close to what we wanted. Legs, 2 steps behind, some forever want you to whistle while you work. They expect you to whistle while you work your life away, away. They want you to whistle while you work. They expect you to whistle while you work your life away. What do you say? What do you say? What do you say? Well, I know it seems dramatic, but I treat it like a crisis. Office to the coffin, our time and talent wasted. The weight against your throat, is that a noose just like a necklace? 'Cause from here I really couldn't tell the difference. Show me what's the difference. Show me what's the difference. Well, either way I say let's not take no more chances. 'Cause I don't know where he's gonna park that thing. I don't know where he's gonna park that thing. I don't know where he's gonna park that thing. Okay. These songs, it's wild. They're 18 years old. I've lived in Brooklyn I'm 40. I've lived in Brooklyn for, well, let's see, 79 to 90 is 11, 2000 to present, 30 years, about 30 or 31 years, and I've lived in Park Slope for some of that, but mostly I've lived in Bay Ridge, and I've spent some time twice making records in Los Angeles, lived there for like 2 months, a month, and I've been a bunch of places thanks to you, actually, through this. But my family's a Northeast family, and I've always kind of stuck around here. And it's funny because I actually live in walking distance to the places where I wrote this record. And one of my best friends, Michael Idarola, everybody calls Dola. I lived with him. One of my best friends, Chris O'Brien, everybody calls Cephas. I lived with him over here. I see the places that we lived all the time. And this song, I remember being on the roof of our apartment building, Dola and I, and being on ecstasy and smoking cigarettes and being a little too candid about what the song was about. Anyway, don't take ecstasy, or take it if you want, or do some sort of controlled study to see if it helps you psychologically. I don't know what you should do. Ecstasy was a lot of fun. I just was a goddamn pig in a train wreck, and I didn't know how to take anything responsibly. Here's the next song, and it's called Not Over You Yet. It goes like this. Maybe don't tell your current partner when you're on ecstasy that the song is partly about an ex and also partly about her friend. You were always cute, but goddamn you got hot enough to streak the streets white. Sunspots where you walk, and I'm still obsessed with cowboys and Indians, and you biting your lip your breath. I'm not over you yet. I know I will not call, it's this decision I've made. So I'm up all night chanting, vow I can't break. I might bite my nails so I can't scratch my face, but I grow back my hair if you ask the right way. I'd at least comb it anyway, like I did today. And you're still on my towels in my eyes. I was gonna say this next song. I hope you're doing okay. It's hard to keep up, but you say you look good. It's nice. Hope you're doing all right. Hi, Charlie. Oh. This is not a test or an SOS. I'm no longer on a quest to get girls undressed. I'm so lucky this one lets dogs hang around. Oh, coming for your heart, coming for your heart like a cannibal. I'm fed till I'm full. If something goes wrong, I'm accountable. La 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 love you, cannibal queen. That is a really wonderful song by a really wonderful band called Miniature Tigers, and that's me knowing not enough of it. But hi. I have songs from all these records that are like some of my favorites that never, I don't know. It's not like any of my stuff became like popular. I'm very happy with where I'm at, but you know what I mean. But the ones that have become popular, I'm often like, I literally had to ask people if Cotton Crush was a song. Same with Another Bag of Bones, Brother's Blood. I was like, I know feels like something to me, so I don't always know. And I have songwriter friends that totally disagree with that and think they know exactly how they can season to taste. I am not one of those people, but I have songs that are like some of my favorites for my own reasons. And this song I always really loved. I always really loved it. And I think something I will say about and I don't mean to be egotistical in any way, I just mean it for my own growth or development. The time period where Every Famous Last Word by Miracle of 86 and this record were written were really where I was like, oh, I like these. It started to be like where I started to figure out a little bit what I wanted it to be. And I mean, I've always been figuring it out since then, and stuff changes, and it's all been a little different, at least to me. But yeah, this record is like it's a pleasure to go back to mostly. But yeah, this song's called A Flatline Blur. Cool memories of recording this too on this little piano up in the dining room, Chris and Skinner threading XLR mic cables down the stairs to the basement, playing the bass line on the piano. All right. At the wall and get sloppy, but it's alright now. If I seem surprised, it's just a joke I'm trying out. I used to float, so I just kept it around. Gestures lazily through the hoods of my eyes. I see you shaking her jewelry. Casts a perfect light on me. I feel moved and that's strange, but lately I've been acting strangely, so it's all pretend like it's not work. A little denial never hurts. It helps us all figure out just what we're worth. Thank you. Here's one. This one I love, and I always mix the order of the words up. It's the one I'm going to cheat a little bit about. Okay. Hi, Anna. Hi, Anna. Oh. That is my literal, not oldest, like she's not 90, the person I've been friends with the longest in my life is in here. One of my favorite people in the history of people. Full of dumbbells, pulling night shifts at the gym. We're a nation full of bookworm girls, dumbing down to fall in love with them. We're a nation full of suspects, worse than Dixie at the scene. Nation full of bad detectives, selling clues to everyone we meet. We're a nation full of envy, insecure and losing sleep. We're a nation full of jealous boyfriends, driven nuts by facts and history. We're a nation full of ivy, it's wall to wall to wall, all green. We're a nation full of soundbite blood cells, bound in knots and swelling down the stream. We wrap Bibles up in blankets, just in case we're watched in sleep. But it's the shotguns underneath our bed frames that keep us calm and rested and relieved. 'Cause we're a nation built on eggshells, bandages and apple seeds, attractive homes on top of bruised foundations that come apart gradually. Yeah, before they're leveled completely. Yeah, before they're leveled completely. Luckily, that song, everything in that song's totally better now. Oh. I have such fond memories of recording that song and this song, and it was like after a work night. I worked at some executive search firm on 57th and Park, and I used to go out to Chris and Mike's, Chris's house in Skinner's in Williamsburg, and we meet up and go out there however often. And this night, Carrie came and sang these songs, and I love the way it sounds. It's so good. And this one too. Oh, Dubin is here. This is something that is worth saying. Mike Dubin. First of all, I'm going to have to start over, I think, in like 15 minutes, just so you guys know, and then we'll come back in. No, I wasn't. I was filling in for Martin Scorsese's assistant. That was my friend Justin Brennan. I would sometimes fill in for him when Justin would go back home to Cleveland. I would sometimes do his job, or not his job, but like a very clerical, skeletal version of his job at Sicilia, I think they were called, Martin Scorsese's office. It was right near where I worked, actually, though. Martin Scorsese came in once and was like, didn't look up, was like rattling off the things he wanted Justin to do and kept saying Justin, and then like he looked up and I was sitting at the desk and I was just kind of like frozen, and he was like, you're not Justin. That's okay, I can work with that, that's okay. And then just rattled off the list of things for me to do. No, Justin Brannon from Indecision is now, and I'm proud to say this, someone I played hardcore shows with as a high school student, is my Bay Ridge Democratic Council member. And Justin's awesome. No, Justin Brennan. Mike Dubin. I played a show in 2000 in Washington, D.C. with a band called Last Days of August that was on a fledgling startup label called Fadeaway Records from Long Island. Mike Dubin and a guy called Dave and somebody else, I think, were the people running that label. Maybe Neil was involved. And Dubin asked if Miracle wanted to be on a comp they were doing, and I said yes, and then asked if Miracle wanted to be on the record, do a record with them, and we said yes. And that was great for us. And Dubin's a true believer. Likely, there's a whole, if you like a certain kind of music, Mike was probably involved at some point in that band's early, either origin story or certainly like helping spread the gospel of that band, and great photographer, and putting on shows and putting out comps and records, and he put Miracle on some stuff. And then when this record came out on Triple Crown Records, the next two did, and Bad Books 2 did, and Fred has helped me with Bubblegum, Bulldozer, Instigator, Fred Feldman from Triple Crown. Those all happened because Mike Dubin brought a tape of these songs in, and I put this record out on Triple Crown Records, and I think that's kind of partly how we're here. So Mike Dubin's here. Thank you to him. I mean, how do you say thank you for that? Thank you forever for that. All right. Woo! Oh, baby, please, I feel an urgent need to apologize. I did a terrible thing, a terrible dream. Now I can't look you in the eye. It started, we were out on a date, and you turned to say, I gotta tell you something odd. I know I said we'd get married, but I'm already married, and that's when you laughed so hard. So I turned and swung, I woke in a shock, my nails digging blood from the base of my palms. It's just that people are so fickle, they fall in love at different angles. So really I could lose you just as quickly as I've gotten you. And that's the kind of thought that makes me nervous, worried if you really think I'm worth it. When the rush wears off and you're left with this busted person. If you tell me you will, I will do what I can to believe it. messing with me. And I'm anxious as hell, and I'm looking for help. Pleasant or painless, some story to tell, with a through line of calm that could stop me from being myself. Cause all I think is how I wanna be your fever, just to know I'll make you heat it. Worry me more, I worry that you at least see me more. A blanket, who's there for comfort and for cover, from the glare of former lovers, all the passion that kissed you and bit you till you were devoured. And yeah, I'd like to get better, cause thinking of this is torture. Stop but you get sick of bearing crosses, and then you'll jump to cut your losses. You'll go quarantine somewhere far from me where it's much less dangerous. But baby, if I wake up and quit dreaming, I could shake the shit I'm fearing, and I could realize I'm just freaking out for no good reason. I'll tell you what, it's a line I could cross. Once I get there, I'm not ever leaving. I got distracted, that's why I can't look at the thing. I get all fucked up. Something I worry that you stop me from being myself. Think is how I wanna be your fever, just to know I'll make you heated. But I worry you might see me more like a blanket, who's there for comfort and for cover, from the glare of former lovers. There we go. Got it. This, I showed my, Make the Clocks Move is the last record. My mom has been, I have music because of my mom. And my mom has been, she's heard every record and she's come to many shows, and she writes songs on her own that are actually really good. And someday I will make a record with my mom. But my father, this was the last record of mine that he heard, and I remember I went to Staten Island to go to Kilmeyer's with them for lunch. This is a long time ago. I was still drinking beer. And I played them the record on the drive to and from their house. And when this song was on, he was like, "When did you start liking country music? Some of this sounds like this should be played at the Grand Ole Opry." But he liked it. This one's one of those. Marie got me thinking. Long term, being careful with my drinking. Looking forward to my holidays and weekends. Marie, I love the way you got me thinking. I was supposed to do that one down and then come up here, but we'll just be up the whole time. Marie, Marie, I'm always working. Long drives, that food stale and such boredom. When I get home, I'll take a trip or just sit and do nothing, rent a movie or something. Whatever gets your blood pumping, my Marie. And you're all the pretty music that I need. So lay down on that that I need. So lay down on that couch and sing for me. Marie, Marie got me thinking. Long term, I'm being careful with my drinking and looking forward to my holidays and my weekends. Marie, I love the way you got me thinking. Marie, I love the way you got me thinking. This is the this was definitely the, I did this on these two records. Did it on the third one too. It's like kind of mellow, and actually on Brother's Blood too, these like kind of mellow pockets. Not that this record wasn't kind of mellow all the way in some ways, but you guys okay? Everyone's okay? All right, I'm gonna do one more and then I'll probably start over on another one. So this one, Alisa. This one is hi Samantha. I'm good. Yeah, thank you. Jen Zoltowski. Hi. Oh, this is cool. Stephanie, great songwriter. All right, here we go. This one, well, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but this one always got me. The guitar's a little pitchy. It doesn't like the humidity today, but it'll live. You carry the beach in your way too short hair. She shaved off last week, freaked and got scared. When it's longer, you remind me of her. So you offered it up with what passed for authority, a strict sort of challenge you directed straight at me. You said, forget her, I don't care what you to her. It's a trick on your ego, a two-step off tempo, a solid gold bracelet under lights in a window in some shopping mall where I never go. Play coin, count tiles, drag your toes through the water, raise your eyes, bite your lip. My mind's in the gutter, you move at me, take my face in your hands. I feel light bulbs explode and a fire crack to thunder, sense the slow seismic shift. The sprawling cloud cover, but once we're finished, I feel awful again. But it's the same sorry story, just the cast changes nightly. It skips like a record, it glows like a movie of the country sky I never got to see. Scattered howling violently, and I wanna fade out and wake up somewhere else when the face is familiar and I'm left by myself to keep plugging away on my own wasted time, to eat badly and spend all my money right, to not feel too guilty, to be tired at night. Since I'm not fixing things here, I'll leave them behind, so you make your decision. Cause I'm through making mine. Now I walk where the street swallows light like it's water. I see the slant of your smirk on every kid at the corner. But if you call, I never know what to say. And I just hope you never will. Things are easier this way. Alright, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 songs left, and we've got, this is going to run out in 37 seconds, so I'm going to stop it and start it over and do the rest, and I'll talk a little bit about that song and whatever. You guys cool? Alright, I'll be right back. I'm going to stop this and start over. Okay. Hi, I'm going to wait till it populates. I think, oh good, it's happening quickly. That's good. Hey, Chris. Hi, Jess. Hey, Jason. Hi, Anna. Hi, Anna. Hi, Tamara. Hi, Susan. Doug. Kaylin. Hi. Becca. Catfish and Bliss. Megan. Joy. Hi. Oh, that's awesome. Kev. Good night, Bodie. Go to sleep. Hi, Judy. Beaton. Matt Prince. Sam. Hi. My sister, Christine. The Bergies are out in force. Oh, this is great. Hi, everybody. We're mostly back. All right. Hi, Liv. Hi, everybody. This song I wrote on the subway going from Bay Ridge to work, and it was initially a Miracle of 86 song. It didn't really click, and then it became this song. And it's still one that I really love playing. Michael Berge. Hi, brother. Go walk that dog. All right. And yeah, I don't know if it's okay to talk. I have no idea. When I met the songs, a lot of the songs are composites, but there's a yellow sweater, and there was brown hair, and there were green eyes, and red lipstick, and some blood. And this song is this song. I don't really ever do stuff like that. It feels weird to do it. Okay. The longer that I'm out here, the better you sound. You're scrunching up your face in this picture I found it. I'm chasing after you, steadily losing ground. I don't want to forget, so I'm writing it down. Have you ever, no never, never, I find that hard to believe. Now let's burn the furniture to see how angry a fire can make me. Now you say that there's someone that you need to reconnect with, some scarecrow from high school that you love but never slept with, a baby with a pipe dream playing hopscotch on your bandages, and I'm singing all the songs while I sleep on your couch. I'm coughing up a lung, but I'm covering my mouth, and I paint you on the wall, yellow, red, green, and brown. I miss you all the time, but I'm blocking it out. Well, are you better? No, 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 never, never. Well, what does that say about me? Now let's break the smoke alarm to see how scared locked windows will make me. Now you say there's a stranger staring sideways into the deep freeze, alone draped in ivy, playing slumlord in his city dream, a faker with an art form, pulling magic tricks on the weak girls up his sleeve, and I'm choking right along with the words in my throat, and I'm falling back in love with the letter you wrote, and I wish that I was wrong, but I guess I don't know. I figure that I'll wait until you tell me so. Longer that I'm out here, the better you sound. You're scrunching up your face in this picture I found it. I'm chasing after you, instead of losing ground. And I miss you all the time, but I'm blocking it out. And the longer that I'm out here, the longer that I'm out here, oh, the longer that I'm out here, oh, the longer that I'm out here, the better you sound. Anybody who's come in late, I'm doing a record from 2003 called Make the Clocks Move. This is the second piece. We started a little after 9, and we'll be, we got about 4 more songs, and it'll be, the first part is going to be, I think it might already be saved to the stories, and so will this, and somebody will likely put these up on the internet somewhere too. But yeah, no, those are the songs I'll be playing. I don't know, a bunch of people have been asking for this song. Man, it's very specific time. Okay. So yeah, I played, well, you'll see. Played whatever. The track listing up until this point has been played for Make the Clocks Move, but that's better. You get back here, you do it slowly, you do it calm now, don't be so angry. I got something I've been chasing every day since I started walking. It just sits there in the distance. It always flirts with the tips of my fingers. And you thought that you could love it till it touched you, and now you just wanna stop it. Well, I'm sorry, it's not likely. It was here when you got here, and it'll be here when you're not here no more. But then some days I get lucky, I can focus, things are less shaky, and I scrape you off the pale moon, and I slip you into soft shoes, and you tap dance to a jazz band on a cruise ship off near an island. And your hair's up, your short dress, and a wide smile. Your movements seem careless. Now you're just a daydream. I make myself keep having to make the clocks move while I'm working. Or a bad joke I can't sit through, but I'm smiling cause it feels like I have to. But if you look under the table, you'll see I'm playing with my knife, slicing stripes into my kneecaps while we struggle just to come off polite. Alright. We could be a snapshot framed and hung like a portrait. But what if that's true and I'm the only one who knows it? Yeah, we could be a snapshot framed and hung like a portrait. What if that's true and I'm the only one who knows it? Oh, I'm not gonna weigh in on that. Uh, um, I had two funny thoughts I'll share with you. Sorry if you're just getting it here. Well, it doesn't matter. I have to do that. So during Make the Clocks Move, between Make the Clocks Move and Split the Country, there was the 2004 election, and there was there were protesters for, I think, the Republican National Convention that year was held in New York, and there was a bunch of protests, and protesters were like herded off to the Hudson River, and they were kind of arrested, and there was a benefit concert at North 6 for the legal fees of those protesters. It was like, I don't know if it was connected to ACLU or what, but it was Bright Eyes and myself. I can't remember. I feel like there was one other band on the bill too. But I was thinking, I smiled before the song started because the memory came out of nowhere, but I remember after that show playing that song playing that song at that show, and Connor was like, that song Tap Dance is Gangsta. I also remember that was the first time I heard Lua, and I was like, wow, well, you just wrote You're the Biggest Lie. Very impressive song. That was a good show. Stupid thing to have happened. Luckily, again, everything's been cleared up since then. The other thing I remembered, meaning nationally, politically, the other thing I remembered was the next song. There was a moment where this record was potentially going to be produced by Dave Pirner. If you don't know who that is the singer of the band Soul Asylum. And I don't know what happened. Like, I was going to go down to New Orleans, and on the eve of going, there was like a money thing, and I didn't end up going, and it never happened. But I was like sending him 4-track demos of these songs, and he was like, well, that song clearly, he has a really deep speaking voice. We were on the phone. He was like, well, that song clearly needs to be the first song on the record. You know, you got to put that up front. That's the hit. I was like, oh, brother, here's the thing. There are no hits. But yeah, my sister said she hates Dave Pirner, so I'm glad it didn't work out, because it would have been embarrassing if I, fell in love with Dave Pirner and then had to bring him to her house for Christmas, and that would have been horrible. So, yeah. Your bearings are shot and your car don't work. Oh, and then right before I made this record, I went to Europe in February and March of 2003. Maybe we had even started. I'd written all the songs, and I remember playing this song a lot. I was opening for a wonderful band called Kofax, Vagrant Records, Rob Sukhan, killer band. Should have been 50 times more popular than they were, but doesn't make them any less great. And that tour is like to this day, one of my favorite tours I've ever been on, top 3 probably. And I remember it was a little messy on that tour, cokey and drinky and whatever else. And I remember being high with them after a show and talking to them in the promoter's room in Fano, Italy, and hit Rob saying, that song about the praying for change, but you haven't been in church since the 10th grade, that's really good. That's really good. He's one of my favorite people, and this song is that song. Your bearings are shot and your car don't work like she used to. Your friends don't call and they don't even bother with offering excuses. The TV is on, but it's always on, so it's useless. It's just the awful news and the sorry truth that we're definitely sinking. So wouldn't hold my breath if I were you. You'll just hurt your chest and your face will turn bright blue. This is how it's gonna be. This is how it's gonna be. This is how this will be, and there's nothing that we can do. And if you start believing that, I'll stop holding my breath too. And we've been praying for change, but we ain't seen a church since the 10th grade. You cry at your job, don't believe in your vote. You didn't celebrate your birthday, but you set up a dinner to make you feel less desperate and worthless and anxious. And your dad got drunk, your mom threw a fit, your man left with the waitress. So I wouldn't waste my time if I were you. You're gonna snap your spine, you're gonna give away your precious youth. This is how it's gonna be. This is how it's gonna be. This is how this will be, and there's nothing that we can do. Yeah, if you start believing that, I'll stop wasting all of my time too. Yeah, if you start believing that, I'll stop wasting all of my breath too. 'Cause you're my incentive, and if you go, I go too. That's that song. And this is for my family. I played this song at my father's wake, and it was a challenging thing to do, but I am eternally grateful that I did, and this is for my family. So what if it's freezing, I'm awake and I'm happy, the sun's steepling its shards on my floor. I drag my feet to the shower and I hear someone singing, I keep the lights off while the water gets warm. Now I knot up my tie and toss books in a school bag. They keep my priorities straight, so I can sleepwalk through work like an outpatient program I don't buy, but get through anyway. And at some point I'll call you and I'll tell you I miss you, and you are the point of my days. And my face will get flushed and my throat will choke up when you tell me that you feel the same. So I have been thinking of splitting up Christmas to see everyone I'd like to see. And you're first on that list, you're the lotto I hit, you're the star at the top of the tree. You're the star at the top of the tree. first on that list. You're the lotto I hit. You're the star at the top of the tree. And I have been feeling it's good for a reason, my friends and my family. Yeah, you all are my backbone. You keep me balanced and settled, and I'm in debt to you all endlessly. Yeah, I'm in debt to you all endlessly. So tonight I will call you and try to say thank you for being the sun on my face. I know the world's almost over, but you make it seem better. So I hope for you I do the same. I just want to say that song, You're My Incentive, it strikes me that they are songs about particular people or groups of people or thoughts, but they are also absolutely audience songs, friend songs. I hope that these little things can be some sort of stand-in community, normalcy, while we're where we are. And I also want to say that, when I made this record, I was 22, 23 years old. I was working at that job. I think I got laid off from that job around this time because Miracle did South by Southwest, and I think I lost my job because I don't think I was supposed to do it. But and then I was on unemployment. It was a very messy time personally, and I a lot of some hard stuff, and this record, Triple Crown, this funny thing, like this record didn't, and I'm sorry to Fred, this record, I hope it's done all right over time, but it didn't really do much. I don't think it didn't sell him very many records at the time, but he hasn't held it against me. But it was this weird thing where the record was, I got on the radar of booking agents, started booking our band. It booked like Wilco and Ryan Adams and Patti Smith and Yola Tango and all this crazy shit. And it didn't end up being the right fit, but it was a wild advancement. And my friend Patty DeVries, that was Frank Riley at High Road Touring 2004 to 8, booked the band. My friend Patty DeVries did press for the band, and this record got like in a photograph and a review in the Sunday New York Times and Rolling Stone, and very crazy shit to me. I couldn't fucking believe it. I kind of still to this day can't. I've had like all over the arc of a career, all the things you might want to have happen in that regard, but they've never happened on the same record at the same time. They've all happened around different records. But when this happened, I was literally on unemployment. But this begat Split the Country, which begat Capital, which begat Make the Put Your Ghost Dress, which begat a transition to being able to do this all the time, which is an enormous, it's the craziest, it's a very crazy thing, still is to me. And so the people that were coming to those shows on Staten Island and at North 6 and at Maxwell's and at Mercury Lounge and at Brownies and at clubs don't exist anymore, the Infrared Lounge and Rothko and Alphabet Lounge and VFW halls on Long Island, the downtown VFW halls in Jersey and Long Island and Connecticut, Cromwell, and that tour with the Rocket Summer, that tour with a brand new Denali and Piebald, so much stuff. So Dock Street, Staten Island, just it was I am not here if that time doesn't happen. So I'm really grateful to be here with you, and I hope the rest of your night's okay, and I'll be here tomorrow too. I don't know if I'll be here, but you know what I mean. Here's the last song. It's a nice way to say goodbye. get so long and be so still and calm, get where I want on your arm. Thin streaks of tar spill off your right eye, where my fingers find their way there. Every night we sleep side by side, hands in mine. And when you get here, it's so nice. It's just the part when you leave I don't like. When you get here, it's so nice. It's just the part when you leave I don't like. It's such a happy accident. Note in your sneaker, 10 in the morning. All of my worry that she'd be offended, and the catch in my breath when she wasn't. It's like I woke up and got handed a present. And I'm thanking you for it. Thanking you for it. Before I let you go, I just want to say one last thing. Make the Clocks Move was the beginning of the goddamn band, and that was so fun putting that together, conceptualizing what that could be. And that first group, Brocco growing out of the record to be the bassist, switching with Russell sometimes to play guitar, Russell mostly playing guitar. All these people who I admired Russell in these great bands. He was in OWEC, and I played these other shows with him. I just knew him as a guy who was like, I liked him. He was cool, he was smart, and he was funny, and he still is all those things, and he was really good at tasteful and good. And Brocco, who was just this wizard, and Amy, who had this beautiful voice and played keyboards and piano, and Carrie, who had this beautiful voice. They both still do too, have that. And Kolinkowski initially played drums sometimes and percussion, sang backup, kind of the Bob Nastanovich and Pavement role. Stage just kind of made the show 50 times more fun. And Skinner. This was even before Margaret. This was before Strand and Bonds. This was before the litany of wonderful people that I've gotten to play music with in that project over the years. It's insane. But that first group playing roller skating rinks and wherever. Russell Smith, Chris Brocco, Amy Brocco, Mike Skinner, Kevin Kolinkowski, Carrie Brandenburg. Yeah, I think that's like the OG. So to them too. All right, I hope you guys have a good rest of your night, and thank you for spending some time with me. All right, bye.